But for right now, we've got ourselves into the top 10. A couple more placement points secured for those teams who have pushed in. Bubble important as one player falls off the map, and there's going to be Rambo. Will go down, and that's just a real shame. Sometimes you just lose your footing a little bit.
My Little Phony trying to do what they can. Rambo has been taken out. That's the Revenant down for them. They do have a mobile respawn beacon, and I'm not sure if that's just going to be providing cover or maybe an opportunity to get him back into the game. But that Ant's Nest I was talking about, that broken building in Fragment East is still full of players. As you can see, Sentinels, they're on top of it. Down the bottom here is Cloud9, as we now have 9 squads remaining.
Yeah, My Little Phony just got wiped after that kind of fall from Rambo. I think it was a grenade that actually pushed him off, but here comes the push from Cloud9. Big shots from the Eva Ray, and they managed to down 2. They've done fantastically here. That's going to be another wipe and some KB, but here come TSM. They want to get involved on this.
TSM trying to drop, trying to clean some kills up, but they are more than aware that above them, Sentinels are waiting for the opportunity to pounce and take advantage and take TSM out of our game number 1. Space Station Gaming are going to be in the broken building next to where we find ourselves now as TSM do move in. They do pick up the pieces of Cloud9, they get the armor swaps, and they're going to be safe for now.
They needed those resources as well because they were waiting right from the start of the game, but the circle's starting to close. The caustic traps begin to be thrown right to the center, and the shots rain down from Sentinels as well. Sentinels have the height, but they've got to push out at exactly the same time as TSM. Is the high ground going to pay off for them here?
Retzi doing what he can with his flatline in his hand. He's only got 39 bullets to work with, so he has to be very, very efficient with these shots and the decision making as well. He's trying to bounce pad that player out, but it's going to be destroyed. But big brain plays from Retzi, unfortunately not being converted into the plays and the kills and maybe the space that he would have wanted to. But Sentinels, now is their time to move. Crust, he's going to pop the ult.
Yeah, pop the ult, get as much information as you can, but you want to drop in as late as physically possible here. You want to be one of the last teams to enter that circle. It's difficult for that team who is behind the pill, as Sentinels will drop in now. They need to be careful. They don't want to take too much of a tickle from this red.
Trying to play it late. Renegades trying to play the same kind of game as Sentinels from the other side. Space Station Gaming in front of them below. TSM on the outside of all this carnage as well, and what a start this is for TSM. Notoriously somewhat of a slow starting team. Reps is going to be taking damage. How is going to take damage as well, but the bubble is now there from Reps, the Gibraltar, and now it's time for TSM to move in. Snipe down with the Eva 8 in hand will get 1. However, Reps has now fallen.
And you need a player like Snipe down now to pop off, do some damage. He goes down. It's all down to hell for TSM, but he's doing a lot. Armor swaps are there. Can he grab it? He grabs one, turns around, but will go down as well. We're down to just 3 teams.
Renegades on the bottom, ESA White on top, and they are just waiting here. It is their game to win. Here comes Stompies. He's going to move in with the massive. One more Wraith alive, as well as the Gibby. The Gibby will fall, and ESA White will take game 1 here in the North American ALGS Championship.
And game 2 could be pivotal for these teams battling it out after weeks of effort, and NRG still in a beautiful position. 7 squads left, John. And bottom 20, they can move in right here. I think Wally Catchers is still alive on the backside, but that's on move. He finds Sweet.
There it is. And that's such an interesting rotation from NRG. Obviously, they avoid the Godspot fight, but here comes the drop actually going to come through from Music Flower, and Uri's going to join the action. So it was an interesting decision, you know, good on paper, but of course, you're going to be focused by so many different angles from the rest of the lobby, and that's ultimately what happened. NRG eliminated again outside of the top 7 here. Obey still find themselves with the win condition, with Godspot, in a great position to close this out. We have Alpine still alive, but a lot of our top teams, heavy hitters, are not in this lobby. No Team Liquid, no TSM, no NRG, no G2, and the like. Sentinels also out instead. Again, that Cinderella story of some of these underrated, maybe dark horse teams performing very well to start here. One of them is going to be ESA Black, currently on rooftops.
Obey with a strong, decent start. Can they continue what they have done? ESA Black have looked fantastic so far. They're in a pretty decent spot. Obey probably claims the lobby, though. And what will Panders do about it? He's got a G7 Scout. He is equipped, and he is on the Valkyrie. A skyward dive, most likely. It would guarantee his team to die within moments. But he's got to use whatever mobility he has to get the advantage. He climbs up to the top, and Obey, oh, maybe it's not so good to be God. Sometimes you find out gods bleed, and Obey loses 1.
That was a disgusting nade, a sick nade from Six himself. He tweeted saying, I'm feeling more confident in this team than any roster before. That says a lot coming from the Yeet squad with Nicewig. They won a championship in the past. And now 6 with a huge name, not going to capitalize or use anything. They could have potentially used a Valkyrie ult there to try and take high ground, but of course that would have been ultra risky. So Obey will be able to heal back up. Nonetheless, a nice grenade from 6. Here comes the push.
And this is what you want to see. ESA Black pushing in, taking low ground, looting up as much as they can. He wants a big red Evo if possible. He just wants a full shield at this point, and he got both. They're going to destroy the jump pad, deny mobility, and they're going to look to climb maybe to the middle side of this and use it as a defensive location to barrier off the teams who are going to have to climb this hill. It's not D-Day, but it feels like it's doomsday for those looking up as all the damage is raining from above. Obey picking up scissors and Moose and Flower as well going down. Obey still looking strong here in the final circle. Final 4 coming at you.
This does certainly seem like a scene from World War II right now with Obey raining down fire. You see the picture-in-picture in their point of view at the bottom right of your screen right there. Great job from them, but also a heads-up play from ESA Black to get right beneath them, basically guaranteeing themselves second place here if they can stay alive.
They got a drop, though.
And here comes the drop coming through. Nice shots getting put in to actually stop them for now. And, of course, the Dome Shield's going to come through as well. Great timing for that Dome Shield. Here comes the fight. 3v3. Obey going to drop on top of them, but no. They get shut down. The win condition no longer as ESA Black clutches up. At the end of the day, you have to hit your shots, and ESA Black did that.
Gas. I'm getting them out. I used gas nade on them. They bubbed.
We have to look for damage on them.
I'm gassing them. I'm healing.
Play my shield, play my knockdown. Another Gibby ult, be careful.
Develop.
Above us.
Drop, Tom. Just play your life and drop.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, we can't play the stairs there because they have caustic.
Liquid finally fall, but it was a valiant effort as teams now battle out towards this endgame, Dan. All of them stacked up on top of each other, and TSM also in the kill feed, continuing to slay out here.
It would have been so important if they could have taken Valk out the sky, but we can see how important Valkyrie can be to just taking one of the dominant positions on this map. But TSM still in a fantastic spot. Kill leaders at the moment as well. And here comes the jump pad. They're making their move, but they're going to be moving into a lot of players here.
TSM just trying to get as close as possible to the action. Some shots from Snipe Down are going to connect. However, there's going to be shots exchanged, but How has his back. As now, unfortunately, Snipe Down will fall from a team from above, and now it's down to Reps and Imperial How to hold it down here for TSM.
I like the thought about going for the bubble, going for the res, but you need to just recognize when you cannot pick a man up, as now the ultimates start to rain down. The players are stacked in this building. One player's out on his own in the bubble, and TSM have spotted him. This is potentially free KP for whoever can finish it, and TSM managed to get the last player.
Oh, that is a poor move for Gibby. Unfortunately, had nowhere to go, and it will be Noct, who was the last player alive there for C9, who will go down to the hands of TSM. They have control of the outside of the building. Kungana up on the top of the building as well. Space Station in the endgame too. 5 squads remaining here, as we might see Snipe Down brought back into the action to have a little bit of a say in how this game finishes.
Respawn beacons can be absolutely massive in the end game, and of course you drop with shields now, you can pick up your loot, and every team is going to be trying to drill you, but if he can get to his box, if he can armor swap, get those weapons, that could be absolutely massive, as now teams are starting to move towards the circle because this building is not going to be in.
Reps just waiting for the drop. How doing likewise. Shots coming down from above, but going to be exchanged. They're going to be caught in a caustic gas mess at the moment, but TSM kind of just watching everything go down. How managed to get a stick there onto Bronzy as well, as now Letter E are going to make their move. The bubble goes down. The ultimate goes down from the caustic. Keeping our eye on the feed as these teams fight, as Snipe Down is brought back into the game. He's only got an heirloom to work with, but Snipe Down's still trying to do what he can do.
He got 2 kills with the heirloom, but he's going to go down, and the rest of TSM is all down to Reps, and Reps goes off! And what have I just seen?
What did Reps just do?
Will it be ESA, one of the underdogs, stealing the show yet again? They are in a beautiful spot, but they've got to hold on.
I think ESA Black might have a chance to be the first team to win 2 games in these finals, because they are in God's spot. They are so well positioned right now, as every other team is going to be forced to fight. They will just have a chance to collect kill point after kill point right now.
Oh, Sentinels, they got in the mix. Oh, and they changed it up a lot. G2's out. Hey, big shots there. SSG coming in as well. We didn't see them at all. SSG stealing the thunder, but guess what? ESA Black still on top. So don't get too excited yet, SSG fans. Frax, though, he's feeling good. Blue Shield, this late in the game, what you doing, man? How'd you do all that damage and not get hit? My man's working with play toys, doing real boy damage. I love the way that they approach that fight. You can see the timing is impeccable. And paying attention here, we've got our final 5. This is set up for a fantastic finish.
Frex, go find yourself a death box, please. That blue shield is just a travesty in this late game. As we now take a look at Forrest of FYP, he's actually going to sneak around and get the final kill point on Senox. Heads up play from Forrest to collect one more kill point. Nice job from him. 5 squads remaining, as mentioned. ESA Black does have high ground, and of course, right below them is Space Station Gaming. So Space Station with an opportunity to lift off here in a must-win game number 4, as they are well behind in the overall standings. We'll see what SSG can do.
Yeah, they're 25 points. They're actually 3rd place. Space Station Gaming here with a win.
I'm way off.
They could actually contest TSM. If they keep this up, I'm not sure how many kills they have, but a win here would certainly put them in contest. Would it be enough to put them on the match point with TSM next round, which we know they will be? ESA Black, though, maybe facing their hardest challenge of the day. Not only to be an underdog, but now to have everyone with eyes on you, knowing that's where we want to be. Sentinels, Retzi, he's getting involved up top. We're just going to see, though, bottom 20 on the backside. This could be the story as well to pay attention to. No one is looking at Vayne right now.
Have a slight calm before the storm here, Rain Day, as this round is slowly closing here momentarily. Here comes the push.
Yes.
Here comes the hype. It's going to be an absolute tropical storm here as Pander's going to lay down the fire from on top. Some good damage put through for starters, but slowly but surely, this ring is creeping in, and we're going to have our finish.
It's SSG. It's bottom 20. It's ESA Black. Both teams in great positions inside and on top. It's really going to be bottom 20 who have to do most of the work here, and you can tell Onmu going down. But what does SSG do? Frex still on a blue. My man finds something better. He's just going to have to work with what he's got. And right now, SSG doesn't mind. It's got him top 3. Will it get him top 2 here? Metro to go, finding damage with the Volt. What can they do to finish?
Yeah, this great high ground position for ESA Black has proven to be so fruitful for them.
Here it is.
The drop. ESA Black versus Space Station in the 3v3. Pander's connected for some good shots, but Space Station holds on for now. Metro with the Peacekeeper. That's what you want in a game fight. 1v1 for the bread. Can Metro do it in the 1v?
Oh!
PK and SSG will come out on top. No 3 kill points, no first place for ESA Black as Space Station Gaming clutches the 1v1.
What a play, SSG.
Here's the push now onto Charlotte Phoenix, and I tell you what, they're holding their ground pretty well right now. They managed to get 1, they managed to get 2 as well, and here comes ESA Black looking to clean up as well. Metro the GOAT with the Mastiff in hand. The Wraith though is going to win that fight as C9, they're also in the kill feed themselves.
Yeah, C9 and Alpine are just mopping up anything they can see right now. Renegade's down to just 2, but Pow Pow is going to be able to at least bat up, as it is going to be a moment of slight respite for those teams who have wormed their way into the circle. But as I say that, Pow Pow gets Pow Pound right to the ground, and now they're in. They'll take down Renegades, and that's going to be another squad wiped off the face of World's Edge.
Obey Alliance holding this high ground, holding this choke as well. They're going to be in a pretty good spot towards this end game. You can see they're going to have to move up a couple of feet, maybe under those tracks, which is going to allow that team, which is at the northern side by the respawn building, maybe to poke and maybe to prod them as they try and make that move in. However, they do have the Caustic Ultimate to cut off some ground, to maybe even obscure some of those lines of sight to make their move a little bit more simple. However, execution here, vital for them.
It is absolutely vital, and one of the most difficult positions to play right now is probably C9. They've got to come from the tunnel, and they can be focused by letter E and Alpine, but it all depends on timing here. Because there's 4 squads, if you time things to perfection, you might be able to just worm your way in and successfully take down a couple of players, and we could just see an absolute brawl here. But Alpine certainly with priority positioning, but look at the armor. I'm hoping that Hill has something else to work with and he's just holding the Grey for now, but they do have the Crypto, so that is going to be extremely important in taking down Gibby Bubbles here. 7 seconds, this round's closing.
C9 going to have an interesting rotation. I think they're playing around that balloon. They're going to look to wait until teams engage, forced in, and they're going to take it as late as possible and try and land on an opportunity to third party or a little bit of space which is going to be created. And there it is. Here is the move now from Cloud9. They are going up into the clouds. A scary moment for them. How's it going to work out as they redeploy? They're going to take the high ground and they're going to stay here for as long as possible as the other teams might be forced to fight.
25 seconds to work with. You can take a little bit of high ground here, but that's still going to be out of bounds, so only 20 seconds. But the other teams, all the meanwhile, are probably going to have some sort of engagement. But Cloud9 say, no, we can actually drop. We can take a better positioning here.
Noct is going to have the devotion in hand as well. However, Naughty taking damage. Zach Mays is going to be forced to pop that battery, and he's going to be doing some big damage as well. And that's onto Alpine. Yurich will go down. Cloud9 now in position as the EMP comes out, but no. Stay Naughty is going to be the last player alive for them as Obey now make their move in as well.
Cal Alpine get that third player back up as Letter E arguably in one of the better positions now. They've got so much armor, Scissors at a full red, and the Caustic ultimate is going to be a real nuisance here.
But here comes Alpine. They've been watching the entire time and they are waiting for their moment to pounce. RKN in front of Moosin, and it will be Alpine.
So G2, 5 squads remain again.
Wow.
They've had to traverse, it's almost like Lord of the Rings with the journey they've had to go through in this game, and they still are alive. 5 teams remain. We know Letter E is one of them. We know Kangarna NA, I believe, just got taken out. I'm not sure if that's for certain. So a couple of these teams at match point are in a good spot here.
C9 has one of the highest win rates when they are in the top 10. And guess what? Top 4. So I think that's a pretty good position. However, when you look at it, they are riding the outside of this alongside G2 on the bottom, a little bit of Wally catchers inside. And so the contest is from all angles here, low ground to high ground. Far west side, far east side. Who will claim victory? 6 kills to the name of Designful. G2 are putting on a masterclass. If they can just close this out, it would be a story for the record books.
Absolutely, and you said it. C9, a 22% top 10 conversion to a win. So 22% of the games that C9 places top 10, they win. And we saw them do it at the last day of group stages. They went huge with a couple wins. We'll see if they can do it here. We got Cloud9, we got Sentinels, and we got G2 to close this out. 3 full teams of 3. This is going to be a fight for the ages, Rain Day.
Would you want a Loba right now? Pull all this loot? I'd love a shield
baby.
swap.
Can you imagine?
Oh, but that's a Mia. Oh! And that's a Designful. I can't believe it. A Kraber. He just shut him down. The zone looked like it was going to pull, but that was just a mirage. And no, not the legend. He doesn't belong in here right now. Maybe after a couple buffs, it's all the top dogs. And C9 now have shown so much presence that gentrifying in G2, they're going to have a tough hill to climb, both literally and metaphorically.
That's right. Here comes the push. And another shot's going to come through. Zach Mazer's on fire with the Kraber right now. Connects for 2. And that opens the door. Result to Noct. I don't know if they're going to get the revive off. C9 wants to push it. They've already gotten so many kills in this game, and they're not done yet. I've been so impressed by C9 so far.
Man, G2, they got to be going down. 2 Kraber shots. That's it. It's C9 and Sentinels. Valkyrie. Sinox, what can he do? A missile strike right now would be beautiful. We're following along with Crust, though, and the damage is already ticking. Can the Kraber change it up? Oh, it certainly can. Crust, he gets hit. He's out of the fight as well. Will C9 be able to pull this one off from down in the depths up to the top? It is Cloud9 in the clouds. What a win. And they have put themselves on the map for the championships.
There are going to be a couple of kills. Hal has gone down, TSM down to just 2, but they might be able to get the res if they can hold off this one team on the other side of the tracks. Can you do enough damage? Is that C9? Who's pushing them right now?
Oh, it's going to be all up to Rex. He has to reload, but no, it's C9 who take out TSM. A massive moment in this game. They take it into their own hands. C9 saw the opportunity. They seized the opportunity, and now they have the chance to win the tournament.
This is potentially C9's moment. They've had Godspot for so long. They take out their main competition, and they've got loot, and they've got armor. Now they just need to wait patiently and be one of the last teams to enter the fight. We're down to just 4. Over $250,000 on the line potentially for C9 here if they play perfect Apex.
But have they given away their position? Do people know that C9 were the team to take down TSM? Maybe it doesn't matter, because when you've got Noct and Naughty hitting shots like this, anyone could try and challenge them. They're just going to be pushed back.
Silence across World's Edge as Cloud9 will move in. Championship potentially looming here, and they're playing it perfectly because all the other teams are fighting right now. C9 just wait, they watch the kill feed, and then they're going to dive in. Has anyone spotted that C9 are still alive in this lobby?
Alpine moving in, they'll take down Liquid, or most of Liquid. 4 squads now remaining. Cloud9. This constant battle that's been going down between them and Alpine looks like it might continue, but there's another team around this corner, and Cloud9, once again, do not want to leave anything to anyone else. They want to win this on their terms.
Have they been sniffed out though? Has anyone realized this? Cloud9, surely they've been keeping a keen eye on that kill feed. Cloud9 push in, and they're still raining hell upon the rest of the lobby. 6 goes down, and there's a couple of weak teams here. This could be the moment for C9.
Massive for C9. Being aggressive, taking advantage of anything that's going to be given to them, and now they're going to jump pad as well. They're going to take the high ground in the low moments, and you can see in front of them Alpine. They're going to be forced to bubble. It's a risky play here from C9, but it could well be a tournament-defining one.
I mean, if they win this fight, it's a 3v3, and there's only 2 people alive down low. They already took down 6, but 6 has gone back up. Cloud9 have to survive here. They bubble, they try and do what they can.
Oh!
Massive shot from Noct, and there's 2 squads left.
C9, this would be a miracle. Knocked, the last player alive. He hits the shot, but it's not enough. And ESA Black will send us to another game. My God. C9,
Not
so close, but yet so far.
It would be so TSM to come through, and when no one expects it, turn the heat up to number 12 out of 10 and say, this is our day. We are the 10 times. But Cloud9 had put on such a show, such a performance. ESA whiteout. It's 4 squads left. It looks like we might have a champion here.
TSM still alive. The shield swaps are coming through. Snipedown's gonna knock Impulsive Dream. Retzi takes out Rocker, so TSM fully alive. We have a TSM versus Cloud9 fight potentially for the win here. Sentinels, though, can play spoiler.
What a shot. They took down Hal. He armor swapped real quick, but that's the blue. They can get you the win. It's Sentinels, it's C9, it's TSM. 2 can win, 1 can play spoiler. This comes down to the wire. I cannot wait to see this. This is what competitive Apex Legends is all about.
You have to take a moment to let things settle. 13 seconds remain until the ring will slowly close to a victor of the ALGS Championships or Sentinels keeping their dreams alive. 3 teams, 3 corners of the map. The ring is pulling fairly center to all of them, so no clear advantage right now. It all comes down to who can hit their shots. End this moment with 2 minutes left in the game.
Sentinels could play hero for this lobby, even more so than ESA Black, because they just had to go against 1 match point team. Sentinels have to go against 2, and so far they're doing a pretty good job of it. Crust, he's out of line of sight, and they do have high ground, especially if they push to the left side and maybe play spoiler first to C9. They would put TSM in a pretty tough position as they rotated forward, but it looks like TSM, they might be having to push towards Cloud9 first.
That's right, Sentinels has one of the lowest win percentage conversions, though, in late game. They're not a great late game team. We'll see what they can do, though. Noct is gonna go down. Cloud9 down to 2 members. Zach Mazer flying and soaring through the sky, but Cloud9 is out. TSM versus Sentinels for the championship. It all comes down to this.
This could be it. TSM, like we said, turn the heat up to 12. Can they do it? TSM Imperial Hal is the EVA 8 for the victory. Sentinels! Oh, they stop it all. We're going to another game. Sentinels.
What a moment this could be. Renegades overlooking everything. What a play from them. Bottom 20
as well.
Still involved as well, and what a story that would be.
Bottom 20, SSG, they have the chance to win the competition here, become your North American champions, but Renegades can spoil it all and take it to a Game 10 and arguably have one of the best positions right now. They've got all of the loot and they can push on and look on these teams with a head glitch, but a real question is on set, who's going to be the last one to enter the fight? Who can be that third party?
Renegades have to try and force these 2 teams to fight. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they have to try and get them to engage and then be that third party. Whether it's an ultimate that's going to force them towards each other from Gibraltar, that might be the play. Whether it's damage being initiated, which forces one team to think, hey, we can pick up these kills and maybe take the position from SSG. Well, it all comes down to this. The zone is moving. And all of these 3 teams have a chance to do something special. 2 of them to win it all down and 1 of them to play spoiler.
Oh, nice cracks there coming from the grenades. Big grenades from bottom 20. This is where you need to clutch up as an individual. This is where you need to hit your shots if you want to call yourself a champion, if you want to lift a trophy above your head. Renegades being slightly focused here, but they've done so much damage. Can they spoil the party?
Oh, and it looks like they might. I tell you, SSG, they lose 1, but here comes bottom 20. They're coming in on the third party right now. Sorcerer has to bring out the EVA 8. Space Station were not taken down. And at the moment, it's a game of peekaboo. And it looks like the move has been made now from Renegades to move in. They will be able to reset here, but no! Here comes bottom 20. What a story it would be! It's all down to Pow Pow. Can he get it done for Renegades? Bottom 20 will be the champions. Bottom 20 will be the ALGS Championship winners. Bottom 20.
If you enjoyed these Final Circles videos, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and be on the lookout for more ALGS content all summer long.